What's going on? What's up? What's good? What's pop? What's cracking? Percolate was really good. What's going on? Great. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault we doing the live this morning. What's going on, Gray? What's going on? We in here first thing this morning. We in here. And actually, we got a jam-packed show, which I did not plan on us having. I thought we could get in and get out, but you know what? I'm not gonna say that. It's Thursday morning. Some of us still at work. I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna get me in trouble and everything like that. But in essence, you know how it is when you get in somewhere. I'm gonna say it like that. You know how what's going on, Nico? You know how it is when you get in somewhere. You think you're gonna get out real fast, but it's too good. So you wind up staying longer than you staying in longer than what you thought you was gonna stay in. That's how stuff happened. But anyway, anyway, come on, yo, what's going on? What's going on, Groovy? Before we begin, let's make sure we go ahead, like, share, subscribe. What's going on? Like I said, this is Gray's fault for this particular episode. Before we begin, though, get into the good stuff, because Bob Iger been talking a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. Bob Iger been talking a lot. Actually, this show, all this stuff just tie in to one another. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. All this stuff tie in to one another. Let me see here. I want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in regards to the Rock With Me Nation, Recast the Charlotte, Black Panther Fan Group, Council of Wakanda. Make sure I'm handling my business, talking about stuff that I'm supposed to talk about. And let's start off with a little levity. Because I believe, we don't want to be too serious, right? So I just got a question. Because I was doing what I do. Y'all know how we do. What's going on, Connoisseurs, Triple Salute? What's going on? Robin Williams, voice from Good. Good morning, Rock With Me Nation. Yeah, shout out to the late great Robin Williams and everything. We do miss you, bro. Mork and Minnie was all that in a bag of chips. So I want to make sure I get to this. Grace sent me this and everything like that, but I'm gonna start off with this. Can somebody tell me, we comic book fans, we comic book fans, we comic book fans, we comic book fans. Like I said, we're gonna start off with a little levity first. We comic book fans. So we go back, we go way back. We comic book fans. And we don't just read Marvel. No, we don't do that. We Archies, we didn't read oh sugar do 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 do. Oh honey, honey. We didn't read the Archies. Fawcett Comics, Shazam, all that. Captain Marvel, Billy Bassett, Blue Beetle, Captain Atom when he had the blue costume with the red tie. We go back with it. We ain't new to this now. We true to this. Justice League, Avengers, Ray Palmer, Hank Pym, Henry Pym, Henry Pym, Henry Pym, Henry Pym, the Atom, Ant-Man, Giant Man, Goliath, Yellow Jacket, Dr. Pym, Scientist Supreme. Atom, Microverse, Atom, Ant-Man, Yellow Jacket, Goliath, Giant Man. Can y'all? That's Henry Pym. Scott Lang is just somebody who good with stuff. That's it. Can y'all tell me? Because I've been trying to just keep my peace and not say nothing for the longest damn time now. But this whole damn Ant-Man into the Quantum Mania thing, when did Scott Lang become Ray Palmer? No, 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 no. I've been keeping my mouth closed since we did this whole into the Quantum Mania thing to do this whole back through time thing when we did the whole Avengers Endgame. No, when in the hell did Scott Lang become Ray Palmer? No, y'all gotta talk to me. Because I remember Ray Palmer when he shrunk down to the damn microverse. I remember that. I ain't really like the artist, but Ray looked like he was back in time. Like, when did Scott Lang become? Because I'm trying to figure out, bruh, you were scared of doing Atlantis with Namor. How did you get the courage to steal? You literally stole Ray Palmer's story. I'm lying. That ain't Ray Palmer's story. So I'm the only one. I'm the only one that read Identity Crisis. I'm the only one that read Identity Crisis. I'm the only. So I'm the only one. I'm the only one that know how elongated man's wife died. I'm the only one. I just know Identity Crisis came out way before Ant-Man did. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. What's going on? We got Kamoyo in here, connoisseur, triple salute. Got that Robin Williams voice going on now. Tell him in the building. Miss Keita, thank you so much for joining us. I also watched Joe Rogan's show with Zack Snyder, and Zack basically admitted he purposely went against what the fans wanted, which makes no sense to me. Hey, Keita, I read it. Yeah, Identity Crisis. So we read Identity Crisis. So I just don't want so that wasn't Ray Palmer's wife in Sue Dimney Brain. That wasn't when we got the first taste of, boy, look, I can go real small and do some stuff to you. That okay. So because I ain't never seen Hank Pym. I've been reading comics for a minute now. When does Hank Pym do some stuff like this right here yonder? What we got going on in the MCU? When? No, I shrink. Ant size. I talk to ants. I created a homicidal android. That's what I did. That's my claim to fame. I suffer from PTSD, schizophrenia. I put hands on my wife. That's it. When we start doing all this microverse stuff, that's Ray's story. That ain't even Ryan Choi's story. That's Ray's story. That ain't even Alan Pratt's story. That's Ray's Ray. That's Ray's story. That's been Ray's story. It's only Ray's story. When Ray went missing because he got so damn small. You talking about, oh, you get so small, you might not. Ray Ben did that. Ray did that in the 80s. Ray Ben did that. Ray Ben shrunk himself out of existence. He did. And then shrunk himself out of existence and came back. When the hell that become? That ain't even Hank Pym's story. How is that Scott Lang story? Where hope come from? And we just gonna make this Cassie story too. Boy, this some good coffee. Ooh, this some good coffee. Lego waffle coffee. This some good coffee. This some good coffee. You just finished work, Afro? Okay, well, I did this right on time then. I did this right on time. Yeah, so I just wanted to inject a little levity in there. I thought that was funny. You know, comic book fans, we know whose story that is. Folks gonna swear it's somebody else. This is just one more way of just demonstrating comic book knowledge. Because if you read comic books, you're gonna be like, you know what, he right. He right. He right. That is Ray Palmer's story. Damn, I ain't even think about it like that. I ain't look. You know what? He right. That is Ray Palmer's story. Anyway, and I tell him, he said he like deconstructed characters. I was like, bro, that's not even in your wheelhouse of expertise. You really just be wanting people to stay in your lane, don't you? You really want people to stay in your lane. So keeping the party rolling. Like I said, I didn't understand that. We're gonna shift gears a little bit. Can we shift gears a little bit? Y'all was here for the live last night. Did y'all hear me talk about Plies and what he was saying about how black men ain't really talking and everything like that? He got a lot of pushback on that. He did. Well, I'm gonna say he got some pushback on that. But I do a lot of reflective thinking, and I did some thinking on it. I said, you know what? It ain't just that. And once again, yes, we can relate this easily to Recast T'Challa. We could, because it ain't just that black men ain't speaking out. Because we know quite a few did not speak out in regards to the character being recast. But there's something else, an element that I thought about in regards to Ply's statement. Black men speaking out against one another. What do I mean when I say that? Well, what we experienced in regards to Recast T'Challa was we had a lot of black men, too many. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot. That's wrong. That's improper English. We had too many, because if you had one, that was too many. Too many black men disparaging the men in Recast T'Challa and women. One brother, I hope he got what he needed. I hope he got his 5 minutes of fame out of it. Referred to the men in the movement as being misogynoir. Well, we do have that in our culture where, and I'm only speaking, I'm not saying it's not in anybody else's culture. That's not what I'm saying. I'm black, so I'm speaking on mine. We do have it in our culture where we speak out against our own people's interests. Hey, Clarence Thomas. Hey, Candace Owens. Hey, Jason Whitlock. Still to this day, I do not understand how there is anybody black that's a member of the Republican Party and that party embraces the Confederate flag. That makes absolutely no damn sense to me. But it also makes no sense to me how any black person is going to the University of Mississippi. No, I did not say Mississippi State. I said, I don't understand how any black person is going to the University of Mississippi because their mascot is actually the rebel. You don't see their mascot on Saturdays, and there's a reason for that. You don't. Back in the day, that mascot used to be on the sideline. That was the rebel. Back in the day, that rebel flag used to be in the middle of the field. I don't understand how any black person attends that school. Low key, I don't even understand how any black person lived in that state, considering how long the Confederate flag was part of the state flag. I don't understand some stuff. I just don't, because it's just as simple as moving. I get you born there. You ain't got to stay there. Did I tell y'all there's some good coffee? This is the one with the Eggo waffle flavor. I enjoy Ant-Man from the MCU. Him beating Kang was ridiculous, though I admit that. Watch this afro. I'm not disparaging the movie. I'm not. That's just not Scott Lang. That's Ray Palmer. That's Ray Palmer. He's doing, aside from the ant stuff, the fact that he was even in the Quantumania, that's Ray Palmer's story. That ain't Scott Lang. That ain't Scott Lang. That ain't Hope Lang. That ain't Janet Van Dyne. That ain't Henry Pym. It definitely ain't Cross. I don't know how that got to be. It ain't MODOK. I don't know what was going on with that. But, and I know Kang traveled through time, but I don't know nothing about that whole shrinking thing. I don't know about that. But anyway, so moving this. We did have black men speak out though. We had black men speak out against the movement. Low key, you had black male entertainers, black male executives in the entertainment industry. Who was Nate Moore? Who was Ryan Coogler? Who was Anthony Mackie? Who was Winston Duke? Who was Brother from Another? We keep going. We keep doing this. We can keep doing this because it was quite a few that actually spoke out against black interest in entertainment. Even if we don't say anything else, it's a job. The role of T'Challa is a job. No different than the role of Clark Kent is a job. The role of Bruce Wayne is a job. The role of Peter Parker it's a job. And we had, in my opinion, way too many black people, and still to this day, speak out against another deserving black person having a job. I don't know how we did that. I don't know how we did that, and I still don't know how we do that with a straight face. When we talk about equality, equal rights, you literally had black people saying, no, you can't work here. Did a black person just tell another black person they couldn't get a job? A black person just told another qualified black person they couldn't get a job. Damn. Because that's exactly what that was. You can slice it, dice it any way you want to. That is literally what that was. And black folks get mad at other black folk, qualified black folk, for applying for the job. Black folk got mad at other black folk for not only applying for the job, but saying that there was other qualified black folk out there for the job. Black folks literally got mad at black folks about that. Boy, look. I mean, to this day, calling folks out their name, insulting folks, like that's what the lick read at the end of the day. No manners, no decorum, not knowing how to agree to disagree. You literally had black folks snapping on black folks who was inquiring about the availability of a position. That was a position open. They used the Adam story, so after the first two, and Hank was still a background character. We read comics over here. We read comics. We not MCU. We came into superheroes with comics. The printed word. It wasn't the video that got us. So we read over here. So some stuff that some folks might not be privy to, we privy to because we've been reading comics for a minute and we standing on our strength. Folks used to make us feel bad about reading comics. Y'all not gonna make us feel bad no more. No, damn it. We're gonna make you feel bad for not knowing. We know what the hell we talking about. That's Ray Palmer's story. Shout out to you. Those that read DC Comics, they know whose story that is. Keeping the party rolling. No, we gonna keep it going, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Y'all could have been anywhere else this morning. Y'all could have been anywhere else. We gonna move it because you know what? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get on into it. Shout out to because I'm gonna make sure I got this right. Shout out to Gray. It's his fault. It's Gray's fault that we even having this morning. So I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna put this in the chat and everything like that because I want y'all to rock on with your bad self. We gonna get it, man. See, this is what I love about the Rock With Me Nation. The Rock With Me Nation keep folks in the know. I love that about the Rock With Me Nation. Sharing is caring. If you know me, grow me. We really do epitomize that over here. I love it. I absolutely do. I'm gonna put this in here because Grace sent me. Like I said, this your fault. I was asleep this morning too. This is how bad it was. I was asleep. I couldn't go back. And I tried. I tried. He was. Brandon Roof was. I would have loved to see him do. I didn't like the costume though. I did not like the costume at all. So I just put that in there for the group and everything like that. And we gonna get all off into this thing. Like I said, I was minding my own business. I couldn't go back to sleep. And just to be petty, I looked, I said, wait, I said, great. Because I read it. I said, if I didn't know any better, I'd have thought me and D Real wrote this. Or at the very least, no. I said what I meant. I meant what I said because I started to say some other stuff. But then I got to looking at everything that they put in there, and everybody don't know what's in this article. They put some stuff in. You got to go like you not just a Black Panther movie fan. Whoever wrote this article. So without further ado, yes, Gray is awesome. Gray is definitely awesome. Without further ado, let's get on up into this thing. 7 ways EA's Black Panther game can get the most out of the comic books. This is by Blair Marnell, August 12, 2023. I don't think I came across this article at all. Slipping on my pimping. But the Rock With Me Nation, it is a nation, so it's not incumbent upon just one person to do something. No, we're rocking with each other. So last month, EA and Marvel announced, we know that's not last month, right? Right. Okay. We're going to say last year. Last year, EA and Marvel announced plans to give Black Panther his own video game for the first time, giving the character's longevity in the comics. 1966. Given the character's longevity in the comics, it's somewhat surprising that Black Panther didn't make his video game debut until Marvel's Ultimate Alliance in 2006. Since then, T'Challa has largely been relegated to a supporting role in games, but there are reasons to be optimistic about this upcoming solo game. Cliffhanger Games, the newly formed EA studio in charge of developing Black Panther, is being headed up by Kevin Stevens, a former studio head for Monolith Productions. Monolith's Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War were 2 of the best Lord of the Ring games ever made. If Black Panther can be anywhere near as good as those games, then it would be in great shape. Gray, why you had Theo stressing? What you say, Gray? I saw Maji Khan's post about the article, and I was like, you know who might want to see this, Theo? You're right. That said, there are a few things that Black Panther needs to avoid the missteps of T'Challa's last appearance in a AAA game, Marvel's Avengers. Black Panther deserves to be a title that plays to gamers and comic book fans alike. You know, this is some good coffee. Black Panther deserves to be a title that plays to gamers and comic book fans. Ain't say nothing about no movie fans. Ain't say nothing about no MCU fans. That's not what they said. Gamers and comic book fans alike. The decision to make it a single player game is a step in the right direction. But for this game to reach its true potential, these are 7 things that we want to see in EA's Black Panther. I'm looking at my lovely wife. Listen, I love my wife. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it like, man, And shout out to Mr. Ray Smith for being the mentor in my life and everything, to being the elder in my life. Thank you so much, my brother D Real, the wisdom, the guidance, and just thank y'all so much, Grand Madam Tarot, for being the man. Thank y'all so much for that. Y'all have no idea. Like, what makes me smile is her smile. I'm just being honest with you. If she good, I'm good. If she's smiling, I know everything gonna be all right. Father MC fans in the house. Jodeci. Anyway, there may be some temptation. There may be some temptation to make T'Challa's sister Shuri, not Shuri. That's an American name. You got to roll the tongue with it. It's Shuri, the Black Panther in this game, in order to line up with the character status quo in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You see how they say this game is for gamers and comic book fans? They ain't saying nothing about no MCU fan. There may be some temptation to make T'Challa's sister Shuri the Black Panther in this game in order to line up with the character status quo in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And let's be clear, Shuri does belong in the game, possibly even as a playable character at times. You see how they do that? You see how they didn't say one or the other. You see how they didn't say T'Challa forget Shuri. You see that? That's literally been the creed, the sentiment, the flag post that recast T'Challa has been standing on, 10 toes down, firmly planted, not budging, not moving. We want both, not one, not the other. We want both. I don't know what the hell the damn anti-recast. Oh my God. So boy, look, you talking about, watch this. I don't even like, you talking about doing the devil's work for him. Boy, let me go back. And let's be clear. Shuri does belong in the game, possibly even as a playable character at times. But T'Challa is Black Panther. I didn't write this. I didn't write this. Darren didn't write it either. Darren didn't write it either. I ain't asking. This could, now he could be using, you know, another alias, but I don't think Darren wrote this because we talked. He ain't say Theo, look out for this. He didn't. And this old, so he would have said something by now. But damn, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. And let's be clear. Shuri does belong in the game, possibly even as a playable character at times. But T'Challa is Black Panther, and it would be a mistake to give one of Marvel's iconic. Ooh, good God Almighty Jesus! Ooh, Lord Jesus! Oh man, listen, y'all can't see. I got goosebumps right now. And let's be clear, Shuri does belong in the game, possibly even as a playable character at times. But T'Challa is Black Panther, and it would be a mistake to give one of Marvel's iconic heroes their own big game without featuring the character who earned that status. Oh, anti-recasters, if an anti-recaster passed away yesterday, they got to be turning over in their grave. Oh man, I'm gonna keep up with this. Woo! Boy, look here, you did some of this one right here. You did, it got me stressing. I know. I had to pause the lie to read the article, and you sure did. You did write this. I know, right? I said, wait. And no, it ain't possible. It ain't possible. It ain't possible because I'm gonna tell the truth to Shane Devil. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't. And I don't consider what God give us to be a drug. I don't. So I don't. But no, I don't do drugs. So I don't. So I don't have a split personality. I don't remember writing this. Is what I'm saying. I don't remember writing this. Is what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep going though. Y'all got me laughing. Gotta go 10 toes for your queen. Always Ashanti, mate, 28 years. Man, listen, I love that. That's what I'm shooting for. Come on, yo. T'Challa is the point. Yes, yes, he is. In that war for Wakanda expansion, T'Challa made sure the queen regent after he... You know, I ain't heard nobody that's a recast say they had a problem with how that game played out at the end. I have not. If D wrote it, it would be an essay with notes and everything. And Shadow of Mordor was my absolute favorite game. Favorite game of that year. They're right, a jungle type biome where you can prey on your opponents and utilize this gadget with the combat Shadow of Mordor. Yeah. Okay. Truer words have never been spoken. Turn it over. So, D. Stevens said video game adaptations usually get it right. What I've been hearing from these two is far left like a mofo. Absolutely. I'm gonna go back to this because I thought that was funny. I was like, man, wait, hold on. You sure? So going back to this because we gonna make it do what it do. Make sure we keep up with these notes. So, but T'Challa is Black Panther, and it would be a mistake to give one of Marvel's iconic heroes their own big game without featuring the character who earned that status. Contrary, notice they said this is for comic book fans and gamers alike. You notice MCU fans don't think T'Challa didn't earn a damn thing. Chadwick Boseman's sudden death in 2020 made Marvel Studios wary of recasting a role in live action, and instead, T'Challa was respectfully retired from the MCU. You know, Thunderbolt Ross wasn't respectfully retired from the MCU at all. As a matter of fact, Thunderbolt Ross still running around the MCU, and his daughter could literally be doing the same damn thing he was doing. Yep, yep. But you know what I never hear anti-recaster say? I never hear anti-recaster talk about Betty Ross. I never hear anti-recaster talk about Liv Tyler. Mind you, I loved her in that thing you do, like Tom Hanks. Boy, y'all did y'all thing in that movie. Like I ain't think I was going, but boy, y'all did y'all thing. I love that. You do that thing you do. Yeah, I'm rocking with it. Like boy, look. If it's on a streaming service that I'm currently subscribed to, y'all let a brother know I'm damn sure gonna save it to my favorites. And they learn how to play all them instruments too. Just like them boys in the Temptation, them boys had to learn how to sing. Thing you do, them boys had to learn how to play them instruments. Yes, sir. Good God Almighty Jesus. I love that movie. I'm being petty because you never hear them say anything about Mantle, Red Hulk, Red She-Hulk, Harpy. You never hear them say nothing. And that's how I know they full of it. I ain't gonna get on them like Stephen A. Smith got on. I'm not gonna talk about them like Stephen A. Smith did Jason Whitlock. But the fact that y'all ain't say that, y'all ain't point that out, y'all ain't own that, let me know each and every last one of y'all full of it. Regardless. Champ, regardless, the cast and crew, full of it. The executives that work at Disney, Marvel Studios, full of it. Everybody in social media, you ain't say nothing, full of it. All y'all out there in the world, full of it. Every last one of y'all, full of it. Throwing the flag on the play, Liv Tyler, still living. Betty Ross, Red She-Hulk. I don't want to hear nothing. By that time, Christopher Judge had already recorded his role for Marvel's Avengers, so no attempt was made to change it. Was that why they still kept that in there? Hopefully, that will avoid any internal debate over whether T'Challa should still be used going forward, because the hero deserves his video game spotlight. Expand the roster of Black Panther villains. If everything you know about Black Panther comes from the movies, then you may think that Eric Killmonger and Ulysses Klaue are the only two major villains in T'Challa's rogues gallery. Oh, good God Almighty Jesus. Can we bring back Eric Killmonger? Oh, good God Almighty Jesus. Ryan Coogler coming back. This is no dig at Ryan B. Coogler, but everybody want the dude back, Eric Killmonger, because Michael B. Jordan is Mr. Sexy Flexy. I still need that workout program. And the way you wrote him as a sympathetic, cool ass dude. And then, and I ain't capping. I'm the hairstyle, his hairstyle in the movie was so iconic, so transformative, so inspirational, so moving that I grew my hair out like that. That hairstyle has showed up in every form of medium when it come to Black characters, except for action figures. If we could just get it over the action figures on a more consistent basis. Right now, all we got is the Eric Killmonger action figure and the Regajon page from Dungeons and Dragons. Them the only two characters. But if y'all could do so, but other than that, y'all got that hairstyle all over the place. Video games, comic books. Damn it, Hobie Brown got the same damn hairstyle. But good God Almighty, and he just came out. So, but T'Challa got more than that though. He does. While Killmonger and Klaue almost assuredly going to appear in the game, yes they are. We like to see T'Challa and Shuri's adopted brother Hunter. I know this article came out last year. It did. I know it came out last year, but I don't know how I missed this article, because this is the first article to ever talk about Hunter. and I know between this channel and my brother's channel, we didn't talk about Hunter being in the video game. So for Gray to, I really want to throw a flag on the play, and y'all can be like, Theo, what? No. Because Mr. Smith said some stuff. Mr. Smith said some stuff, and because that's who I talked to. I talked to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith said some stuff, and y'all know we be doing these lives, right? We be doing the lives, right? And Mr. Smith said some stuff to me. I be trying, and y'all didn't talk to me. D-Real done said some stuff to me. I'm gonna keep up with these notes real quick. Got to go 10 times. Yeah, I'm gonna keep up with these notes real quick. Shout out to Arthur Blair Marnell, great article and analysis. Absolutely, Storm should be a playable character. Shooting side quest worthy at best. Two upcoming AAA BP games, and T'Challa ain't front and center neither. So I'm gonna say this real quick. So me and Mr. Smith be chopping it up. Go to him. You know, every man I believe should have an older man that he can go talk to. And so we be, keep you on your toes and everything like that. Talk to my brother D-Real, both of them older dudes. And one of the things, because we be in the live, one of the things they brought to my attention, they said, Theo, hey, you be having more people in your lives than a little bit, but only a few be saying something. Other folks just being there watching. Ego. I try and keep my ego right here. I can observe some stuff, I can see some stuff, but not be wanting to say it. I be wanting to just keep my ego right here. I don't ever want to have that I'm all that in a bag of chips attitude. I don't. I kind of see what he's saying though. Folks be in, only a few people be responding. And he said, Theo, folks be looking, listening, don't be saying nothing. They just be, so what am I saying? I'm saying like, okay, I've been hovering at 1,009. I done been at 1,011. I get 1,010, come right back down to 1,009. I think that's messing with my algorithm because YouTube counts it every time you get every 10, they count it. So I'm sitting up here saying to myself, now I'm like, wait a minute. Because low key, me and D Real could, we really could be consultants for Black. Low key, we could really be consultants for quite a few superheroes, but definitely the Black Panther IP, we could be consultants and be like, hey, no, ain't gonna work. What? No, don't. So Hunter, like for real, who been capping for Hunter? Who been talking for Hunter? Like for real, for real. Okay, never mind. It's me. In the comics, Hunter survived a plane crash over Wakanda, and T'Challa's father, King T'Chaka, generously welcomed him into his family as an adopted son. Hunter knew he could never be king, so to prove himself, he became fanatical in his devotion to Wakanda and the leader of the secret police, the Hattusilize. When T'Challa had Hunter exiled over his brutality, it created a lifelong rivalry. There's also the Joker-like preacher known as Akibe, T'Challa's evil and monstrous half-brother Jakara, and the revolutionary Zinze. It should also be noted that the MCU treats two of T'Challa's villains as heroes. M'Baku, the leader of the Jabari tribe, and Nakia, the former member of the Dora Milaje who became Mallet. I'm feeling some type of way right now because I'm D-Real, you gonna have to hit me up. D-Real, you gonna have to holler at me, big dog. D-Real, big bro, you gonna have to holler at me. Because name, image, likeness. Like, this ain't funny no more. Because between Spider-Punk issue 1 and what I'm reading right now, I feel violated. I feel violated. That's just a taste of some of the villains who could appear. It would also be refreshing to see the game feature some more comic book accurate takes on these characters. Show us places in Wakanda that we've never seen before. Considering that there have been 2 Black Panther movies, there's been very little of Wakanda that has been featured on screen beyond the capital city, Burning Zana. Marvel's Avengers expansion War for Wakanda was set primarily in the country, but it was only brief glimpses at Black Panther's homeland. EA and Cliffhanger Games didn't mention anything about making their Black Panther game an open world experience, but this game seems like a unique opportunity to explore Wakanda in a way that even the comics haven't been able to do. Keep in mind that Wakanda was changed eons ago when a vibranium meteorite crashed into it. That metal eventually allowed Wakanda to become the most technologically advanced country on Earth. Couldn't tell that by the movies. As well as a place where the traditions of the past coexist with the world of tomorrow. It would be fascinating to see more cities in Wakanda, as well as iconic locations like the Vibranium Mound. More importantly, in open world, Wakanda could show us places that haven't even been conceived of yet. Necropolis. Embrace T'Challa's high-tech gadgets. Give T'Challa a love story. Draw from all eras of Black Panther comics, and yes, they do mention King Solomon frogs. Utilize the larger Marvel universe. I didn't write this. I'm gonna keep up with the notes because I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't. Studio Old Bucky is a white man and he is in Wakanda. White Wolf it is. I don't even know what can never seen anyone on the streets rocking Killmonger's cut, but it's all in fictional media. You ain't you didn't ooh, I had it. It was I had it till it grew out. And I decided not to cut it. That that's exactly what that was. That's crazy. You said never seen anyone on the streets rock. Yeah. That I had it. I ain't gonna lie, Steve. I had it. This is this is what Eric's hair would look like if he kept growing. Because I don't actually his what he had in the ancestral plane was crazy. That's crazy. But that's how it would look though. But I don't even know what to say about that. Wow. Damn. Gray, thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. Y'all want to make some money. Hopefully y'all listen. This come from Digital Trends. Y'all want to make some money. I would definitely listen to what they said because you make this money you make this game for the wrong person. It's gonna be a what a $80. I got a PlayStation 5 now. That's gonna be nice. Netflix. Bob Iger admits Netflix is better than Disney. Why would you say such a thing? Like, who says that? We're not saying that out loud. We're not gonna say that out loud. But he did. He did. Hold on. And boy, look, I want y'all to think about something that we didn't heard recently. So, Buddy say, let's put this right here. I'm just gonna put that right there. Keep up with these notes, live chat, top. So let me go to this real quick. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. We rocking together. I this is inside the magic. I couldn't believe this because I'm like, we're not saying that out loud. Like I could be looking in my mirror. We're not saying that out loud, and we definitely not getting quoted. So let's go. Posted March 6, 2024 by Nathan Kamal, CEO, Disney CEO Bob Iger admits Netflix is better than Disney Plus. How so? Now, ain't this the dude that's been quietly selling off his stocks? Now, see, what I don't want to say is this, because it's going to get, at some point, he keep running his mouth, because that's all I'm doing. I'm just watching. Listen, I'm just sitting here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. He keep running his mouth. Y'all know how I keep saying, if there was one demographic, I said it. If there was one demographic I'd have thought was adamant about making and keeping money, it would have been that demographic. If there was one demographic I would have thought did not like losing money at all, it would have been that one. But he keep talking and he keep walking and talking a certain type of way. I'm gonna start to think that this is on purpose. Here we go. As in they're running that company into the ground. Disney shareholders are probably not very pleased to hear that Chief Executive Officer Bob Iger is publicly admitting that Netflix is a better streaming service than their own Disney Plus service. I'm saying that because he's resistant to Peltz taking over. Peltz wants to make Disney successful. Well, ain't they acting like they don't want Disney to be successful? Okay, keep reading the notes. Netflix has long been the most dominant force in the streaming war since it began transitioning from a DVD by mail service to a streaming model in 2007. It had a good decade on its competitors in terms of building a streaming catalog of films and movies, developing technology, and acclimating the subscribers to the idea that they would one day disproportionately consume media online rather than traditional linear television. In the last 5 years, the Walt Disney Company has attempted to take a bite out of Netflix's enormous market share with the Disney Plus streaming service, and it is not going so well. The company's financial reports have revealed that the streaming service has never been profitable since it was launched in 2019, although optimistic projections say it potentially could be sometime in 2024. Disney Plus has also been widely pivoting its strategies to find something that will connect with consumers in the same way that massive Netflix shows like Stranger Things and Wednesday do. For a time, the company heavily promoted Marvel Studios series like WandaVision and She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, only to retreat from that in the face of so-called Marvel fatigue. The service also tried rebooting classic Disney IPs like Willow and Turner and Hooch, but canceled that content at the first sign of struggling ratings and completely purged them from Disney Plus. It appears that now more than ever, Disney CEO Bob Iger desperately wants to emulate the success of Netflix and has praised it as what Disney Plus should be aspiring to in both technology and content. At the recent 2024 Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference, Bob Iger praised Netflix and confessed that Disney Plus needed to try to catch up to its rival. He said, "We need to be at Netflix's level in terms of technology capability." The CEO continued describing precisely how he feels Disney Plus is behind Netflix, saying, "When we launched Disney Plus in 2019, our goal was to have basically robust video experiences at scale. What we didn't have was the technology that we needed to basically lower customer acquisition and retention costs, to increase engagement, to essentially grow our margins by reducing market experiences." Bob, I'm gonna help you out. I could continue reading this article, but see, here's what Netflix has done that you either can't do or fail to do. Netflix has their ears to the ground. They hire the common person. The common person is the person that has the Netflix subscription. Let me help y'all out, and y'all tell me if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Netflix, y'all saw no value in these characters. Netflix did something with Daredevil, Charlie Cox. They made Daredevil. You didn't. They made Charlie Cox. You did. They made Luke Cage. You saw no value in Luke Cage. They made Luke Cage. They made Misty Knight. You saw no value in the Colleen Wing. They did that. You saw no value in those characters. Jessica Jones. They did that. They did that. And then when you got those properties that were successful on Netflix, you gave the showrunners your collective behind to kiss. You did. Or Kevin Feige. Pick one. You wanted to put your own, you wanted to change program, because the only one that wasn't successful, the actor, was Iron Fist. You had shows that could have easily came right on over from Netflix, brought everybody right on over, and been immediately successful on Disney Plus. You chose not to. X-Men 97. You didn't change the graphics and the storyline. You think that's going to do well? It's going to do well with MCU fans. Fans of the original cartoon, they're not finna F with that. There's no way in the world you, as Disney, with all of the IPs that you have, Where's my Mouseketeers? See, that's your indoctrination process. MICKEYMOUSE. Where's the Mouseketeers at? Where's the Mickey Mouse show at? What the kids watching? Kids should be able to come home from school and get some education from a Disney show. You want to talk about your streaming services? That increases your streaming numbers between the hours of 4 p.m. to 6. You're not doing anything with it. And you got all of those elementary school book characters sitting right there. You know why? Because you don't have vision. Your Saturday morning cartoon roster should be lit. You talking about a streaming service. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, sitting right there. Where those new episodes at? See, you want to get people to streaming in, right? You want to get people to streaming, right? Where's that at? Where's your Avengers cartoon at? Where is your Defenders cartoon at? See, you got to improve your animation side of the house. You're not doing anything with that when it comes to your superheroes. And then when you're looking at these projects, why in the hell would you have a She-Hulk show ran by folks that gave little to no concerns whatsoever about that character, including Kevin Feige? I Somebody would almost think you're doing it on purpose. And then you come out and blatantly say Netflix is better. Netflix not gonna do nothing dumb that y'all. You actually thought about She-Hulk season 2. Netflix, look at the show. It ain't doing good first season. Oh, no, that's we canceling that. We canceling that. Where's your Blade at? Did you have a Halloween special last year? You had Werewolf by Night in 2022. You ain't do nothing for 2023. Just gave me a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. What was the whole secret? What was Secret Invasion? That was hot garbage. You'd have came out better making that animated, let Samuel L. Jackson do the voiceover and giving fans what they really deserve as opposed to putting that on live action. That was hot trash. You know what your problem is? You're a comic book company, and I'm speaking for the MCU side of the house. You're a comic book movie company that's not being ran by comic book fans. Marvel is trying to move away from T'Challa completely. Just going off of what I just saw in Spider-Punk with her being a so-called Black Panther and then referring to T'Challa as the other Black Panther. Hold on. Hold on. Hold that thought. I believe context is everything. 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 So, because I want to make sure we stay right here. William Moloch, Marvel is trying to move away from T'Challa completely. Just going off of what I just saw in Spider-Punk with her being co-Black Panther and then referring to T'Challa as the other Black Panther. So I get that. Now, see here, accuracy. Accuracy. I don't believe in being right or wrong. I believe in being accurate. Context. So, because I read it and I was actually impressed by what they said. So I'm going to read what it actually says. It has Shuri and T'Challa coming. Well, it has Shuri coming out of the Wakandan airship. She's being escorted by two-door Milaje. It has a image of T'Challa. It describes Shuri as head of the Wakanda Design Group, co-Black Panther. T'Challa, leader of Wakanda, the other fucking Panther. The other fucking Panther. Context. He ain't just the Panther. He ain't just the other. No, he's the other fucking Panther. Like they put them curse word. They put, you know how they put them. They put that out there. They put that there. Context to draw significance to him being the Black Panther. Even when you look at how Shuri conducts herself in the comic, she does not conduct herself as the Black Panther. She does not. She conducts herself. Basically, she conducts herself as a dadgum diplomat because that's all she's doing. We don't even see her put on the Black Panther costume, act like she's going to put on the Black Panther costume when Spider-Punk goes into battle. So I just want to make sure, because if we don't point that out, you'll have some who have not read the comic book that will go off of what you said and come away rightfully, wrongfully so, with a different expectation of the story. And I just want to make sure we're being accurate, because I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that's where they're going. I think that T'Challa is that dude. I think Shuri is who she is. I don't want, the best way I can say it is this. I've seen it way too many times where even with Dr. Eve Ewing's run, we allow the emotions from the MCU to flow over to the comic book. We allow emotions from John Ridley's run to flow over into other writers' runs and everything like that. And so I just want to make sure that I'm being responsible and saying, okay, this is what I believe they meant. T'Challa is the Black Panther. They are respecting the fact that, okay, well, Shuri is Black Panther over here. She co. Because, I mean, they said it. Co-Black Panther. Like, what's a co-star? That ain't the star. Co-star ain't the star. They didn't say she was the, no, she co-Black Panther. Well, low-key, that's what she was in the 616 when T'Challa got the Black Panther abilities back. She was the co-Black Panther. She wasn't the she wasn't the Black Panther. She was the other Black Panther. But $100 for collector edition. I'm not doing that. T'Challa even has a full head of. I can't even say nothing about what T'Challa got, how T'Challa looked, and you would have to ask somebody in the comment section why I can't really comment on how T'Challa looked, because I low-key feel like I need to. Well, you would have to ask somebody in the comment section why I'm not really saying nothing about how T'Challa looked, because I just And then what you saying? I know a comedian. What was his name? Martin. What Martin? It was a comedian. Had white hair for the longest damn time. I don't want that to be what we saying, because I might be taking it kind of personal, being petty. I think gray hair is sexy. Might because I got gray hair. Disney should have sold streaming rights to Netflix. They should have done something. They never should have removed their shows from Netflix in the first place. What's going on, Buckmeister? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, we in here. Some crap on Netflix, but it's still the best streaming service. As a Black Panther on Netflix should have, boy. See how you got the Muppets and don't do nothing but this. You got the wrong folks over there. You got the wrong. Listen, Saturday morning should be lit. Saturday mornings on Disney should be lit. And I don't care what your age is. Saturday morning should be lit. They should literally have a Saturday morning block for toddlers, a Saturday morning block, because we ain't all got to watch the same damn thing. A Saturday morning block for kids, a Saturday morning block for teenagers, a Saturday morning block for young adults, a Saturday morning block for adults. They got enough programming over there. There's no reason why they cannot get there. And then, just for the fact that some of us grew up watching The Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights, there's no reason why they ain't got their Sunday programming right. From 7 to 9, they should be in it to win it. If they really want to win, because we used to them shows coming on at 7 o'clock. That's how that went. We didn't care. Football season, Disney, all them damn movies. They didn't forget the whole purpose of TV program. They should have a movie set to run, a movie that they know gonna win every Sunday during football season from 6 to 8. Run you right on into the NFL, the kickoff, Sunday night kickoff. What Goofy at? What Goofy at? You can't do nothing with Dumbo? You can't do nothing with Dumbo. If you can't win with Dumbo, you can't win. You can't win with Dumbo. You can't win. You got Dumbo, the dude with the big ears, cute dude. You can't win with it. How hard is it to do a Spider-Man cartoon? No, for real. How hard? Because we didn't did it before. Why they act like they having such difficulty doing a Spider-Man cartoon? How Fox give us, I don't know how many Spider-Man cartoons, they can't get it right. How? I'm gonna keep it with the notes. Facts. Where's the new Tailspin Rescue Ranger? I don't even know how to do that. Because I know do y'all remember what we used? First of all, we the ones paying for the streaming service, and we was the ones watching that stuff when we was kids. How many of us used to come home, running home from school, get off the bus, go running home? Boy, look, you remember the household where you couldn't turn on the TV till you did your homework? We was doing homework in school. We was doing homework at lunch. We was doing homework at recess. Wasn't nobody trying to come home and do no damn homework. Not when we got the Mickey Mouse Club going on. We got Big Blue Marvel going on and everything like that. Nickelodeon, you can't do that on television. That was when we was going outside. Kids don't even go outside now. So you mean where's the Mouseketeer Club at? You can't. We had Dark Winged Duck. We was running home to see everybody. I got to run home to see Dark Winged Duck. What Thundercats? What Thundercats? Something like that. I got to see all that. I don't know what we got. I don't know. I don't know what we got going on. I don't know. I don't know. Why didn't you have Blade and Werewolf? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Secret Invasion was some secret. Boy, look. They didn't even like this. They don't even like this. And I don't know what they got going on. Show should have been called Nick Fury. Script. Don't know what they got going on. I've been saying Secret Invasion should have been a full fade. Secret Invasion should have been that should have been a animated series. Trying to do all this stuff where you trying to connect everything, bro. Just tell the damn series, bro. We worry about all the other stuff later. You could have came back. You could have just laid this thing off and said in an alternate universe somewhere, and just told it. Like, stop doing story arcs, and you not gonna do the story arc based off the comic book because you pissing off the comic book fan. But that's another story for another day. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Great, that was fast teaser. Sometimes I wonder if Shooty was even needed. Like, why was she added originally? I don't know. Well, all I can say is this: they had plans on Shooty becoming the Black Panther right after the first movie. 3 months after the movie debuted, to be perfectly honest with you, they had conversation. They wanted to make Shooty the Black Panther 3 months after the movie debuted. Movie came out in February. All right, May, they wanted to put the mantle on Shooty. That's what that is. 2 different websites reported that. They wanted Chadwick Boseman to be on Disney Plus as T'Challa. He wasn't hearing that. That's out there too. So all this talk about, well, we made a quick decision. Nah, you made a quick decision because that decision had already been made in 2018. Great, they gave Nick the ugliest what? Especially with all the foolishness in the MCU these days. I feel like Shooty was the T'Challa before there was a T'Challa. See, I don't see this is the whole thing. I don't fault the character. It's almost like Tosin. I don't fault Tosin for how John Ridley wrote him. Tosin is a fictional character. I don't fault Shooty for how Ryan Coogler interpreted her. When I look at what Reginald Hudlin did, and I look at John Mayberry's take on her, and then I look at what Jonathan Hickman did, and then I spin it even forward, and I look at what Ta-Nehisi Coates did for her. Shorty's character trajectory should have been what it was. I don't think it's fair, and this is me saying this, I don't think it's fair considering that the character was supposed to go along with T'Challa. The way Shooty has been portrayed in media has people feeling a certain type of way about her. They don't feel about Barbara Gordon. And we don't feel that way about Barbara Gordon. We don't feel that way about Kara Zor-El. We don't feel those ways. We don't feel those ways. We don't. And we don't feel those ways because the male lead was never threatened by the female counterpart, in that the female counterpart was going to usurp the male. No, you had the male and you had the female coexistence. Well, I understand some of us feel some type of way about Shorty in regards to how Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore and other people have conducted themselves in regards to that character and her relationship with T'Challa. I would say to you, it's not the character's fault. I would say to you, what I try and do is place responsibility and accountability right where it belongs, on the writer and or the executive. In regards to Shorty's portrayal, Shorty's portrayal should have been no different than, for lack of better terminology, Adam and Eve. Shorty's portrayal should have been no different than brother and sister. And that's not what we got. We didn't get that. We haven't gotten offered that. And some of us are still bitter about it. And it's okay. Some of us are still bitter about it. It's okay. But recognize why you bitter about it. Recognize why you feel some type of way about it. Because I try and watch what I say because of my wife. I try and watch what I say because I have nothing but daughters. The only grandchild I have is a granddaughter. So I try and watch what I say in regards to um, demeaning, belittling comments in regards to female characters, especially the character of Shorty. My very first customized action figure was the Griot Shorty. So I like Shorty. I'm able to compartmentalize what folks have tried to do in regards to her, her representation, and what she means to her brother and what her brother means to her. I understand what people have tried to do in regards to that, but I will drive that car as opposed to allowing those people to remotely drive that vehicle for me. So that's just me. I like Shorty. I don't think she was put there. I think you have a writer, Ryan Coogler, who I think a stern talking to. And as y'all have seen me as I evolve, as I get older in this and everything like that, I look at stuff how I spoke before may not necessarily be how I speak now. Before I might have been like somebody need to get cussed out. Now it's like, no, somebody needs a stern, they need to be sternly talked to. Like grown men conversating. When I say they, grown, because I don't care nothing about, when I say I don't care nothing about Kevin Feige, I don't expect Kevin Feige to care nothing about me. But a grown man conversation, a grown black man conversation where all the cards just need to be laid on the table, needs to be had between, and this goes along to what Plies was saying, a grown black man conversation needs to be had between whosoever, that's what I said, whosoever, Nate Moore, Ryan Coogler, and John Ridley. Grown black men conversation. Like, nah, you're gonna have to talk about this one, big dog. Like all that, well, no, we all the coolness, all the, I'm trying to do it for the gram. All that. I'm saying it with my chest. You gotta know some real conversations need to be had in regards to all the characters of Wakanda. Some real conversation. Brody got snatched in retcon, just have his show turned into a movie just to probably get just gotten scrapped. Agent Ross got snatched too. Two key people who were in Wakanda so they could have. I I said it once. I said it again. I wasn't the first one. I wasn't the first person said that. I wasn't the first person noticed that. I just know and because I wasn't the first person that saw it, wasn't the person that noticed it, wasn't the first person that said it. I can't really tell folks who that ain't, because some folks in the back of their mind, you can't tell them. They know exactly who that character based on. So, and low key, how the character talk. He didn't even get off the ship. He didn't even make the flight. No, send her. Hey, bro, look, I'm understanding, but I ain't that understanding. Look, my patience is not gonna run forever. Boy, get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. I was like, who is he talking? Damn, sound like somebody I know. Squirrels weren't snatching T'Challa. His abilities would prevent that all day. And they knew that people were going to jump to that conclusion because it makes logical damn sense, something that they're apparently not inclined into having. I don't know why. I don't know why. Saturday morning cartoons haven't been popping in the 21st century. Even Cartoon Network became. Disney has to cram agendas into everything. Speaking of cramming agendas into everything, boy, y'all rocking with your boy this day. Look, come on now. Speaking of cramming agendas into everything, let's go. Because Bob Iger finally gets it. People want to watch good movies. Wonder what gave it away. What gave it away, Bob? That people want to watch good movies. That's crazy. You finally got it, huh? It's crazy. I'm gonna keep up with these notes, man, because y'all in here good. This boy, look, y'all in here deep this today. Put this in here and everything like that. Got my brother Buckmonster in here. See if I can put this link in here real quick. So yeah, Bob Iger. I'm gonna keep it with it. These are so I still watch Gargoyles to this day, and I agree with you. It was boy, look here. Disney missed on how to handle the franchise. Hutler was saying that Monarchs needs to have a lot of children. That's how Shorty came about. Shorty should have time in the suit because it adds to her character development and her eventual status as Aja Donna. True. Like I said, it does add to her status. Oh, I thought it was superhero fatigue. Still, just saw your content about Broad. Shooty could have been in BP3 as a side character, the first two BP films, yet. Followed by DuckTales, Rescue Rangers, all that. But y'all are in here. But y'all in here strong. Y'all, well, look, but look, okay. I'm sorry. I've been doing a bad job of keeping up with the notes. Because y'all in here for real, for real. Let's see here. So, Bob Iger, want to get with that. Bob Iger finally gets it. Bob Iger finally gets it. People want to watch good movies. This comes from Hannah Gitchon and Catherine. I'm not even doing this. I'm just gonna say Hannah and Catherine. I'm not gonna do that. I don't like messing up people's last name. On Wednesday, March 6th, Disney CEO Bob Iger has said the company is focusing on producing quality films. By time. Iger's statements followed a series of box office misses from Disney. He also pushed back on Marvel fatigue, but said the number of movies was scaled back. Disney CEO Bob Iger is finally listening to the people's demands and focusing on quality films, but don't expect that to mean Marvel movies are going away. We still buy comics. Well, why the Marvel movies got to go away? Speaking at the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference in San Francisco on Tuesday, Iger said the company was so serious about quality output that it has squashed a few projects because they weren't strong enough. You mean you tried to make projects with B-list characters as the stars? Or you tried to take storylines from the comics and turn them into TV shows and movies that had nothing to do with the storyline in the comic? You know, if you hired more comic book fans, you wouldn't be having these problems. He said he'd been overseeing the production of new movies and felt good about the IP set to come from Disney over the next few years. So you feel good about Captain America 4? Why you feel good about Captain America 4? No, for real, dead ass. No, come here. You should feel good about Deadpool. That makes sense. If you feel good about Deadpool Wolverine, that makes sense. Why you feel good? Why you feel good about Captain America 4? Chris Evans not in that movie. Robert Downey Jr. not in that movie. Chadwick Boseman not in that movie. What? William Hurt? Okay, I got it, but that's Han Solo. That's Han Solo. That's the dude from that's Indiana Jones. His name don't really carry that type of weight in the superhero community like that. It really don't. And I like Anthony. I like Anthony Mackie. I do. But Sam Wilson is not that character. We tried to tell you that. You don't listen. And you think because you didn't put everybody and their mama in this damn movie that this. Okay, so we know out of 2 movies you should only feel good about one. Thunderbolts. You feel good about Thunderbolts? I ain't talked to one comic book fan yet that feel. The only folks hype for the Thunderbolts, and I promise you, I wish y'all would stop. And when I say y'all, Marvel, I'm talking to you. I wish you would stop listening to them, because them folks, the reason why y'all in trouble, they never tell y'all when y'all going wrong. They never tell every damn thing y'all put out. They act like they excited for. We be looking at them like that's not gonna do well. You talked about the Eternals. You listened to the Usual Suspects when it came to the Eternals. How did that turn out for you? You listened to the Usual Suspect when it came to Black Panther 2. How did that turn out for you? You listened to the same damn folks when it came to the Marvels. How did that turn out for you? You keep listening to the same damn people telling you time and because let them tell it you ain't putting out no bad movies. Just think about that for a second. The same folks you listening to been telling you since day one, oh yeah, everything you putting out is a banger. You know that ain't the truth. You feel good about the Thunderbolts? No, for real. You feel good. You feel good about Thunderbolts? Why? Why do you feel good about? You should not feel good about the Thunderbolts. If you got 3 movies coming out, Thunderbolts and Captain America, new whatever, is 2 of them movies. You should really only feel good about one of them projects. That's gonna hurt. Captain America: New World Order, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Good God Almighty, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. You're not gonna get the money. You're not gonna get the money you want off of Deadpool, Wolverine. I'll tell you why. It's some Black Panther fans out there that's still pissed. Huh? People say, say people that can say can hear. It's some folks that are diehard Black Panther fans that are still pissed at you, and they not even entertaining, which is crazy. Because I'm not saying they don't want to go see the movie. I'm telling you, there are Black Panther fans that like Logan. They like Wolverine. They like Deadpool. They not going because they mad about what's going on with Black Panther. And the fact that you have little to no Black representation in that movie, you just made it twice as bad. That movie ain't gonna do what you want it to do. It ain't gonna do what you want it to do domestically, and it ain't gonna do what you wanted to do internationally for you to even think that Marvel is gonna be headed in the right direction. It ain't nobody effing with Captain America: New World Order. You got Harrison Ford in that movie because ain't nobody messing with that. Ain't nobody messing with that. And don't nobody care nothing about no Thunderbolts. So when I don't know why you say you feeling the movies. I don't know why. When Captain America 4 sounds like a Hulk movie, it does. It does. It absolutely does. It does. It does sound like a Hulk movie. It does. It absolutely does. Let me get this note. And make sure I represent. Yep, it does. It sounds just like where my brother at, Buckmaster in here. Buckmaster has some nice notes in here. Let me make sure I get this. Let me see. Hutland was saying that. Yep. Some tried to make it a men versus women issue. That's not the issue with Shuri replacing T'Challa. It's all about comics. Wonder Woman fans wouldn't co-sign her. Man, ain't no, yeah, come on. Well, nobody want that. Well, nobody want that at all. And we went and look, and as men, we support Diana. We was watch this. As men, we was trying to figure out why Steve was back. We like, man, nobody need to see Steve in Wonder Woman 2. What he doing here? That's crazy. The same dude that they talked about Black Panther was, oh, y'all don't like women. We the same dude was trying to figure out why Steve was back in Wonder Woman 2. We like, we need to see him. We can give us some more Diana. You can give us more of them Amazons, but we don't need, he's supposed to be dead. He's supposed to be gone. We supposed to see him. Keep it with these notes. Oh man. Let's see here. All people want is a movie that honors the characters. That's it. That's it. And that story shouldn't be that hard to tell. That story should not be that hard to tell. All people want is movies that honor the characters and stories we know and love. Don't go against the grain. Go with it. It's that simple. It's that simple. You could have told. Here's the sad part. If you look at Wakanda, Black Panther, right? They tried to make it all about women. They tried to. Well, why do you need to try and make it all about women when the Dora Milaje are all women? Why do you need to, as somebody used to kick be cool with back in the day, you say, why you need to overcook the grits? Why you gotta push a feminist agenda when this military outfit is composed of all women? I don't need to push an agenda. It's right there. It's baked in. Then just being a person, okay. Do I need to push a LGBTQ agenda if right there in the Dora Milaje, there in the story of Wakanda, the LGBTQ is right there? I got it on both sides. I got it with men and women. Do I need to push an agenda, or do I just need to tell the story? Like, do I need to make the sexual orientation front and center, or do I just need to tell the story and you're going to get everything you want? Just tell the story. Just tell the story. If I want to talk about racial relationships, right? I got Hunter right there. Do I need to push an agenda? Do I need to put Shorty and name more together? Or do I just need to tell a story about Hunter as a young white male who's trying to figure out why he's being separated from his black mother and father? Do I need to push an agenda, or do I just need to tell the story? I'm on the mindset I just need to tell the story because it's right there. It's baked in. I ain't got to do nothing. I, I, I ain't got to do nothing. That story sit right there. I want to talk about black male representation. I got it right there. I want to talk about black female representation. I got it right there. I want to talk about how siblings get along. I got it right there. I want to talk about an older brother, younger brother, how those two interact with each other. I got it right there. I want to talk about black male, white male. Good God Almighty Jesus. I got it right there more than more than one way. Because I got Horatio sitting right there. I ain't got. We want to talk about kids on drugs. Hold on. Wasn't Taku a kid? Taku. I'm sorry. Let me see. Cantu, not Taku. Cantu. When ain't that the same kid that deleted Eric the first time around? Wasn't that my drug overdose? I really don't have to do anything other than just tell the story. Like the story, because people swore drugs ain't been in Wakanda. Drugs have been in Wakanda. Crack cocaine was in Wakanda. It was in Wakanda. It was. So do I need to? It's right there. I can't agree enough. Why? Like, that's why when people start talking about this, that, there, and the third about Wakanda, I'm like, you know what? I can tell you don't read. I can tell you talk to me long enough. I'm like, yeah. You knew. Oh, well, why? We didn't did this in Wakanda already. Oh, well, they've been doing that in Wakanda since that character been created. You new to the character. You won't go back and you trying to devalue the knowledge that I got just to make yourself look good. No, I done read all them damn stories. This ain't nothing new under the sun. You mad cause Wakanda look like they going through civil war. They've been going through civil war hell since Don McGregor. Hell, ain't nothing new. that ain't nothing damn new. No, it ain't. You talking about what Eve doing? No, talk about what everybody else did because they did it too. Hell, and they did it worse. But yeah, so no, I never understood that. I never I still don't understand that. I look at the dude. I get it. You're an anime fan, but why are you pushing your Japanese anime thoughts? The only reason why you're an anime fan is because you a black person born in America and you've been colonized. Do you really think buddy, do you really think you would be an anime fan that's deeply into your culture? Riri Williams as a character, do you think she has time to be watching Japanese animation as smart as she is? Or would she be more focused on technological advances at her age? Thus, the person she would have been most influenced by in America, it would have played out just like it did in the comics. It would have been Tony Stark, dude. You got time to watch Japanese animation. You are influenced by Japanese animation, just like I. But if I was as smart as, I don't know, that brother, that Degrassi, You think Degrassi got time to be watching Japanese animation? No, he don't. If he invents something, if he creates something, you think it's going to be influenced by Japanese animation? No, it's not. You did that. That should have never been what Riri Williams was about. And that's the problem with way too many of us. We don't know how to get out of America. Crazy. That's crazy. Because Africa really is over there like. There's nothing that makes me, and I'm finna say this, and y'all gonna be like, Theo, that's crazy. Because I never thought about it like that. There's nothing that makes me feel like, aside from certain individuals, that by and large, the cast and crew got in touch with their African roots, their African culture. Aside from what the set looked like, aside from what the costumes looked like, and aside from the people that hail from that continent, by and large, the cast and crew act like they got nothing Afrocentric, cultural wise, nothing. They don't even talk about it, retain it. You don't even hear them talk about the languages that they use. You don't even hear them talking about mythology from it. You hear them talking about nothing. That shouldn't even be possible. The writer director tells you what he got from staring outside the window of his home in America. Nothing about Africa. And that was his only responsibility. That was all of their responsibilities. Everybody's responsibility. And I gotta say it, the only person by and large who gave a damn was the person who passed away prematurely. Because even in Captain America's Civil War, he made it a point to learn an authentic African language. Nobody else can say that. And you got him on video saying he had to go holler at him because that ain't where their mind. He had to go. He, the dude who graduated with a degree in directing, not acting, he had to go holler at them. Why? Because that means that, watch this, that means that the writer director was short-sighted. That means the executive over the writer director was short-sighted. That means the dude with the baseball cap and the sports coat that folks keep saying believe in, he was short-sighted. No, the person who they didn't want to really pay, let's be clear, they ain't really pay him like that. That was the person who went in and said, if they've never been conquered and they've never been colonized, why are they speaking with European accents? Grand Madam in the building. What's going on, Grand Madam? What's going on? So when you look at stuff like that, I have to ask the question when he says they need to make more quality movies. How you gonna do that? You right. People want quality movies, but do you know what quality is? If I looked at Bob Iger, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here and everything like that. If I looked at Bob Iger and I looked at the direction that Disney is going in, the statements that he's making, they got to get back to making quality movies. Netflix is better than them. He feels like it's been a distraction, superhero fatigue, quietly selling his shares. Bob Iger is either one or two things. And I'm going to say he's the other one because I just don't believe I don't believe the maliciousness of the other thing that I'm getting ready to say. He would have to be somebody that's deliberately tanking the company, which I think is counterproductive because he's selling his shares. I don't believe he know what he's doing. I don't believe he knows what he's doing. And I think he's one of those prideful people, has a lot of money, and he's just saying anything because right now his statements aren't being consistent. Well, you're selling your shares. Netflix is better, which would be why you're selling your shares. But you're saying you need to get back to quality programming. You need to make quality programming. Well, if you felt like y'all were on track to make quality programming, you wouldn't be selling your shares. But you're selling your shares quietly. That is what you're doing. But you also talk about superhero fatigue. So the statements are inconsistent. That gives me the impression he's just grasping at straws right now. They don't know why that company, Disney, Marvel, MCU, is not doing well. I think in large part it is because you have someone over there and they don't want to correct the course. Hey, folks like him. It is what it is. You have someone over there in Kevin Feige who does not know these characters, does not know, does not necessarily care. And he said it from day one. His stuff was Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Now, I just want us to think about that for a second. And this is where Peltz, this is where those that consider themselves expert in the world have to think about this for a second. He's on record being quoted as saying comic books were never really his thing. It was Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Now, this is me looking at business people, business-minded people, investors, critical thinkers, financial experts, if you will. He said, this ain't me, he said this. By and large, his favorite books to read, movies to go see, was Star Wars, Indiana Jones related. It wasn't until he got to be a teenager he started looking at comic books. But by then, he was hooked. Indiana Jones, Star Wars. He's still not that much of a comic book fan. Okay, then. So why are you entrusting this dude to run your comic book company? You know what that's like? That's like trusting me to run your Star Wars franchise. Why would you? I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'll be no different. I would be the one coming in telling you, by and large, I was a comic book fan and a Star Trek fan. If that's what I'm hanging my hat on, and I don't get exposed to Star Wars till I become a teenager, and by and large, I'm still a comic superhero Star Trek fan, why would you have me running your movie company, which is based on Star Wars? You're setting yourself up for failure. Regardless of how many W's I give you, at some point in time, the rubber is going to meet the road because I don't know. I'm ignorant. I'm only going to get by on good looks for so long. After a while, it's going to come out. And that's what's come out. You can say what you want to. Yes, Iron Man, source material. Hulk, source material. Captain America, source material. Avengers, source material. Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. Thor, source material. Thor 2, Thor 3, Thor 4. Okay, Captain America 2, Captain America 3. We already know what Captain America 4 is going to be like. Okay, Spider-Man. You mean Iron Lad? Spider-Man 2. You mean Iron Lad 2? Spider-Man 3, No Way Home. You mean Iron Lad 3, No Way Home? Okay. WandaVision. I'm still waiting on this so-called expert friend that Monica Rambeau said she had coming along. I'm still waiting on this dude to show up. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2. Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Eternals. She-Hulk. Miss Marvel. Moon Knight. Secret Invasion. Do I need to keep going? Because honestly, I think we was good. I think, truth be told, we can honestly sit back and say phase 1 and 2. Stuff started getting shaky in phase 3. Stuff went off the rail in phase 4. If you want to sit back and be honest, fair, phase 1 and 2, stuff started going off the rail in phase 3. Don't have me go back and just do what I did, because y'all know I did. Yeah. Phase 1 and 2 was good. But what phase we at now? 5? What's going on, Harama Paul? Hey, man, I appreciate you so much, man. You be rocking with your brother over there on Twitter. Thank you so much. The new actor in the role knows how valuable the role is, and Marvel knows how valuable the role is, and that's the reason why it hasn't been recast. They had to pay art. My dog wanted that change. My dog say, "Listen, I need all my money. Him, Chris Evans, I need all my change. I need all my change. I need all my change." Yes, they still did everything to minimize the character's importance while he was alive by removing the core him and less than his time on the screen then destroy. And that's the other thing. Thank you so much for pointing that out, Diabolical. Folks, don't take that into consideration. I pointed out quite a few times. I know my brother D Real has that. That was T'Challa's origin story that was in Age of Ultron. People are like, what? Huh? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that was T'Challa's story. Why is Ultron cutting off Claw's arm? We ain't taking nothing from Bruce's story and giving it to nobody else. No, that was T'Challa's story. But you're able to do that when you have people that don't care about that character. And that's the problem. Thus, I don't want to see people be like, with the I don't want certain folks touching nothing black character related. I don't want to touch nothing black character related. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. We got Grand Madam in here. After the success of Black Panther, Chadwick should have been a $20 million actor. Anything his name was attached to going. You know what? I think he could have commanded that type of money, Gray, but it would have been something where the dude just had a humble spirit, man. Like, I don't see a man like that. And I want to make sure I don't misspeak. I see a man like that knowing his worth. So while he would never, I don't believe he would be someone to be vocal about a pay discrepancy. I just don't believe he would be somebody to even get involved in it. Like, If it ain't what it is, if it's not something he's good with, and I don't necessarily know if money would always be a prevailing issue with him because of his character. I just think if it's not something he would be satisfied with, I don't even think he would attach his name to the project. I don't even think we would ever hear about it. That's just me though. I could be wrong. Um, the new actor in the role knows how. Yep. The new actor in the role knows how valuable the role is, and Marvel knows how valuable the role is. And that's the reason why it hasn't been recast. They had to pay Robert Downey Jr. after Iron Man, and they fired. Yeah. Iron Man, that thing. Once they said the Force is female, Disney. Once they said the Force is female, Disney started going off the rail. Like I said, to me, I don't. I think if you have to push an agenda, I think it says more about you, your weakness as a person, because it's something you're not doing. Uh, I don't, I don't, as a heterosexual male, I don't, as a heterosexual male, I wouldn't have to push an agenda with members of the LGBT. I could just tell the story. Superheroes, member of the LGBTQ. That's what that is. Now, would I get some insight from members of the LGBTQ? I would, so I don't do the character wrong. But um, because members of the LGBTQ are part of our everyday society, I wouldn't need to push an agenda. That's just part of the story. Like I don't. That's like me as a writing a story, and there's no other ethnicity in the story. There's no other gender in the story. That's not life. I don't. Terrence Howard to do so and lowball. Yeah, they did do that. Prom L, what's going on? What's going on? John Boyega was a lead in The Force Awakens, and his role got diminished to almost non-existent status, from what I was told. Yes. Um, I thought Boseman was going for a similar pay scheme as Downey had. Um, I think it would have been. I don't think he would have had to fight for it. It's crazy that I don't think he would have had to fight for it. I think it would have been something where you would have had to pay him, or it was like I said, he came across as somebody that knew his worth. He wasn't going to be undervalued, depending on what the project was, how he felt about the project. I'm not necessarily inclined to say money would have been an issue, but he definitely knew his worth, and you weren't going to be able to undersell him, undervalue him no differently than you were going to be able to miscast him in a role. So that's just the way I look at it. The crazy thing is the Force was never a gender to begin with. So who's the sexist again? It really makes you think. And that's why it's one of those things I tell them where I'm like, when we talk about gender, it's always easy. It's easy for me because I always look at it like this. I know quite a few female characters that if somebody wanted to switch their gender, folks will have a problem. Rightfully so, but some of those people who would rightfully so have a problem champion characters having their gender switched because it benefits them, their gender. No different than when having a character's sexual orientation change. Well, there are characters out there that are gay, members of the LGBTQ plus. You better not. Now, there are members, not all, but there are members of the LGBTQ plus that would be offended if those characters' sexual orientation change, but they're fine with other characters having their sexual orientation change. Those would be the people that I would be looking at as calling them hypocrites. Those are the people that push agendas. And low key, those are the people, my daughter says low key, I don't even consider them comic book fans as much as I consider them to be chaos bringers, because they just want what they want. They don't care. They only care about themselves. They don't care about other people, but they want other people to care about them. Makes you a hypocrite. Money shouldn't have been a problem. No, money shouldn't have been a problem, but What have you heard me say? I didn't, if this was going to be the demographic that wasn't going to be losing money, I'd have thought this was going to be it. I can't say that. When you talk about mystical things like the force, there is no gender. Facts. And you know, it's crazy that we have to sit up here and have these conversations because okay, so we allow people to split us up and make us feel certain type of ways when just in the real world, you know, it don't apply. As a man, do you have a masculine side? Hell yeah. Okay, well, you ain't got no feminine side. You ain't never gave nobody no hug. You ain't never reassured somebody. I ain't talking about gave them advice. I'm talking about reassured them, comforted them. It's gonna be all right. Okay. Well, when I look at women, okay, Lamar Jackson, his dad wasn't in his life. Like, and I ain't even want to go there, but I'm like, his mama taught him that. Okay, so yin and yang. We don't talk about yin and yang. Ain't you got a front side? You got a back side? Pause. You got a left or right? Okay, well, I don't know how we get caught up in letting folks pit us against one another. You literally letting somebody pit you against you, which should be the most difficult damn thing in the world to do. You should be comfortable within yourself. You should know who you are and be perfectly fine with who you are. I'm a heterosexual male. There's some things I like seeing, some things I don't like seeing, some things I'm interested in, some things I'm not interested in. As a heterosexual male, I'm not looking for everybody to be interested in what I'm interested in. I'm not looking for everybody to like what I like. As a heterosexual male, I'm a heterosexual male. I'm good with my heterosexuality. There's not another sexual orientation out there that's going to impede upon my sexual orientation. I'm not intimidated. You do your thing over there. Low key, if I was single, I'm not. If I was single though, I would consider every gay dude less competition. You gay? Oh, that's what's up. That's one less dude I got to worry about. That's one less. That's one less dude. That's one less dude in the race. What am I tripping for? Like I ain't never been mad at that. And then just purely selfish reasons. I don't know any gay men that got ugly girlfriends. Like all they homegirls look good. I've never met a gay dude, and the female that he was cool with, she was ugly. So he's not competition. He hanging around a whole bunch of baddies. And if he puts you down, like, because they listen to him, they trust him. If he tell them, girl, get with him, and I know somebody gonna be in the comment with Theo, what if? No, we're not looking at this from the negative side. You take that negative thinking over there. We're looking at this, the glass is half full. Only good stuff over here. He just didn't put you down. I don't know what you want me to do with that. Yeah, we are very removed from reality and truth today. And to some groups, the truth is offensive. Man, listen, I'd be like this. If it's raining outside, you ain't got to take that umbrella. You're gonna get wet. Huh? And somebody what now? If somebody actually when you I would be offended if somebody No. Truth, no. Folks don't want you. Folks want the truth when it's convenient to them. When the truth is good for them, they want you to tell the truth then. Other than that, truth don't sound good. Hey, listen, if it's raining outside, tell me it's raining outside. Don't have me go out there and get wet. You keep the, i.e. Tony Masters, like, what was the purpose of switching the entire Taskmaster character up to focus more on the, I have no idea. I still don't know why they did that. I still don't know why they switched that dude. I don't know why. Like, and here's the sad part. Okay, so watch where I go with this one now. You switch up. First of all, the guy in the Taskmaster suit, that was a dude. That was a whole ass dude. Took the mask off. Okay, it's a female. That was a whole ass dude. The action figure does not come with an alternate head sculpt. Guess what that means? That's a whole ass dude. Then they have the comic book version of that action figure that does not come with an unmasked head sculpt. Guess what? That's a whole ass dude. So when you buy these action figures, forget the fact that it's a female in the movie. I'm telling you now, I got the MCU version of that action figure. It's a whole ass dude. It's a whole ass dude. I'm not calling that no female. If someone is serving you piss, don't sit there and sip on it like it's granny. You don't. You don't. Bet. Well, yeah. He said that. He said that. Great said that. But no, that's real. Like, I'm not gonna go outside and get wet. Like, you could tell me, Theo, it's raining. I could say to you, damn, I wish it wasn't raining today. Damn, I don't believe you. I'm gonna look outside the window. I'm gonna stick my head outside the door. And with even that, I'm probably gonna check my smart device to see what the chances are of rain. I'm probably taking something with me. You know why? Just in case it rains, I don't want to get wet. Why? Pride before the fall. Pride before the fall. And if I could say anything, I think that is the best description when it comes to the Marvel Studios, the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Pride before the fall. Hashtag MCU, pride, the letter B, the number 4, DA, fall. Pride before the fall. Because that's all that is. They prideful. Yep, stunt man dude, they tried to throw the audience off, but it was laughable when Olga revealed it. Man, I shouldn't have said that, but I shouldn't have said that, but I shouldn't have had to say it either. I mean, sometimes the truth is the truth. So sometimes the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. So what are we getting out of this today? Let's summarize it all up and everything like that. I've been watching old movies and TV shows that they all tell good stories while demonstrating real life on that time. Absolutely. So going back to Plies, I want to touch back on that, what he said last night. Well, not what he said last night, but in regards to black men not speaking out in regards to black issues until they're no longer getting paid by certain people. I'm going to say that we've all experienced that during the Recast T'Challa movement, that we've actually had black people speak out against Recast T'Challa. I think that's telling in and of itself, because you really had no reason to. You still don't have a reason to. But that's been part of our, unfortunately, part of our history as a people, where you have black people speaking out against black interests. Then when you take a look at the video game, Black Panther, we weren't wrong. Some folks tried to make you feel like you're wrong, but we're not wrong. Fair expectation is to have our character, titular character, in their own video game, and no different than any other titular character is in their own game. We not playing God of War and old boy ain't in the game. That ain't what we doing. I ain't seen one Spider-Man game yet where Peter Parker was the titular character and Peter didn't show up in the game. And we played those games. And what's more disconcerting than a little bit is to have folks that, as far as I'm concerned, and this might be petty, but for me to have folks have so much to say when by and large I still smell Similac on your breath. I know you're like, Theo, that's cold. Could be. Could be, but for folks to have so much to say in regards to erroneous stuff to say, for people to have so much erroneous stuff to say in regards to comic book characters, their significance. I'm just gonna say, like, I know this might sound wrong. It's gonna sound kind of cold, but some of y'all, the Similac, like you smell like Johnson's baby powder. And I really don't know where you get off the talk when you just barely learn how to walk. I really don't.
Still stumbling?
Huh?
It's still stumbling?
Yeah, still stumbling. You know, like I said, you still attached to your mother's breast, whether you're male or female. And I don't know how you got so much to say because you talking stupid, not getting no knowledge, and you fine with that. So I don't know what's going on with that. Then in regards to Ike, was just having that conversation, Grandma, about old movies telling great stories. We knew anything with Chevy Chase, John Candy, Dan Aykroyd. Well, you said some stuff then. Look at them names you dropping right there. In regards to Bob Iger, Disney is broken. Now, as comic book fans, and those of us that used to watch The Wonderful World of Disney back in the day, we can sit back and ask ourselves how. It don't matter if they broke. I would be of the mindset to throw them a wrench to try and help them fix it. But since they have not given me what I asked for, and as Riley said in Boondocks, you're gonna pay what you owe, Santa. I told somebody a couple of years ago, 2022, I said if they don't do right by T'Challa, I was gonna burn the house down on my way out. And if I'm nothing else, I'm a man of my word. So I will be burning the house down. Now, mind you, I told him I was gonna burn the house down on my way out. I'm gonna take my time and walk real slow because I need to make sure every piece get burnt down to the ground because I am a black man. And shout out to Plies, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down for mine. I'm gonna be vocal, I'm gonna be loud, and I'm gonna be proud, black and proud. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, listen, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. We was in here for what, 2 minutes, 2 hours. Good God Almighty. It's cold, could be colder. We was in here for a minute. I did not mean to be in here this long. Gray, it's your fault. Gray, it is your fault. Y'all make sure y'all got y'all notifications on. My brother D Real will be coming at y'all later on this evening, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Also, make sure you got your, oh man, I'm so excited for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll be coming at you on his channel as well. Just Vibes. Make sure you bring what you drink, bring what you smoke. Come relax. We're going to vibe. 9:30 tonight, his channel. 9:30 tomorrow night on his channel. Also, I'm probably going to have the replay from last week's when we had Greg Burnham on the channel. Probably going to have that replay up and running later on tonight. Probably no later than 7:30. So look, click, like, share, subscribe. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.